Encontré muy buenos.
Oh, no, that's the one I said. Hold on, even the other one, the one I said. Write it down. Hold on, again. 671.
Hola Carlos, buenas tardes.
Hola, hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estamos?
Bien, ¿y tú cómo estás?
Bien, 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 gracias.
Aquí esperando que se conecten todos.
¿Y qué?
Gracias por la puntualidad.
No, no, hombre. Estamos aquí al pie del cañón.
Hello, hello.
Hola, Palmira, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien, ¿y ustedes? Aquí
Muy
apenas
bien.
voy llegando del trabajo, ¿lo pueden creer?
Ay, ay, ay. No más. Ya,
Y eso que me,
ya no más.
y eso que me escapé.
¿A qué hora
Sí, no,
sales?
allá. Ay, pues siempre llego casi a las 8 aquí. Es que aparte todavía tengo que hacer como 30 y casi 40 minutos a la casa.
Siempre así, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Hola.
¿Quién puso? Carito.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás? Hola, Liz.
Hola, hola, ¿qué tal?
Ahorita empezamos, ¿eh? Vamos a esperar que se conecten un poquito más.
Claro, claro.
Mírame.
Déjame agarrar mi teléfono para mí. Dale. Who's here? Carlos, Carolina. Ahí está.
¿Me escuchan?
Sí.
Ya. ¿Cómo están? ¿Me escuchan? ¿Sí? Súper, súper. Un minutito más y entramos en el entrenamiento, ¿ok?
¿Cómo se sienten después del fin de semana?
Muy bien, muy bien.
Excelente, excelente.
Aprendimos mucho, ¿no?
Ay, sí, estuvo padrísimo, la mera verdad.
Qué bueno, me da gusto. Hola, Caro.
Hola, ¿cómo están?
Bien, bien, bien.
Ok, muchachos, hay que entrar al entrenamiento porque el día se nos va. ¿Cómo estás, Caro?
Muy bien, con un día súper ocupado, así me trayara, pues,
Ay, ya
¿a qué
sé.
me dejan con ella?
Está en la llamada Sandra, mi esposa, la familia Humphrey, Palmira, Susana, Yulisa. Sandra, ¿estamos haciendo record esto? Sí, súper. Ok, entonces, miren, hoy vamos a entrar a entender un poquito de lo que viene siendo Simplified Underwriting. Este tipo de productos son sumamente importantes que los utilicemos y sepamos cuándo. ¿Por qué? Yo pienso que estos productos son productos buenos para uno como latino. ¿Por qué? Porque uno como latino a veces puede ser un poquito, pues no nos importa mucho. Y queremos un producto en el momento por el hecho de que se acaba de morir el tío. Y si pasan más tiempo, después dicen, bueno, después. Y dejan pasar más tiempo, más tiempo, más tiempo. Entonces, estos productos son buenos para el hecho de que cuando tenemos que asegurar a alguien en ese momento. Porque a veces ustedes se van a ir dando cuenta que hay gente que tiene toda la paciencia del mundo, están en las perfectas condiciones, en todas las diferentes áreas, y ellos sí podemos darles algo que tal vez tome más tiempo para asegurarlos. Pero tenemos otro tipo de gente que no, que ellos en ese momento quieren una cobertura y si no se la das, lo más seguro que no van a tener la paciencia para que agarres un producto un poco más completo. Ahora, voy a entrar a la presentación, ¿ok?
Este lado sí te lo limpió de abajo, porque estaba igual.
Y Fabiola, si hay cualquier tipo de pregunta, hola Fabi. Si hay cualquier tipo de pregunta, déjenme saber. Yo sé que hay unas cuantas personas no están en la llamada porque iban a estar en citas, ¿ok? Entonces, por eso ya empezamos desde ahorita, ¿ok? So, como hay preguntas o lo que sea, háganmelas, porque como somos solo 10 personas, pues se puede, ¿ok? Super. I'm going to share my screen. Sandra, ¿me haces disable? Ahora, pregunta, y me pueden decir con la cara, ¿les llegó el correo que les mandé a todos de Simplified Issue con Mutual of Omaha, American Amicable, John Hancock? ¿No?
Unos attachments, ¿no? Lo acabas de mandar hace poquito, ¿no?
Sí, a ver, déjenme, voy a checar.
A mí sí me llegó un correo, pero... a ver.
Si les llegó, dejen checo.
Sí, a mí sí me llegó.
Yo no lo tengo, no sé si ya me incluyeron en esos envíos.
Is it the one that says our capital welcomes you? I
That
got
one
that
is the
one.
one I received.
I only got that one.
Sí, yo también recibí ese nada más.
Exacto, yo también.
Ok, pues cualquier cosa, yo les voy a volver a mandar en
Thank
caso
you.
de algo. Y ya se me faltó Gita. Ok, Gita, déjame, pongo aquí una nota, ¿ok?
Guita.
Gita.
Sí.
Bienvenida.
Bienvenida,
Muchas
Gita.
gracias. Encantada de estar aquí en este equipo, de verdad, muchas gracias.
Empecé a escuchar un acento y dije, espérense, ese acento se me hace diferente a mí, yo no lo escucho.
Pues tenía que haber hablado así un poquito, no es como ustedes.
Bueno,
Los salcidos.
I'm going to share my screen. Cuando terminemos esto, a las personas que le llegue a faltar el correo, se los voy a mandar, ¿ok? Por ahorita yo sé que me dijo Gita y Carolina Burqués, ¿verdad? Perfecto. Y Yulisa también, porque tu correo no sirvió, Yulisa, entonces mándamelo por correo electrónico. I'm going to share the screen. So, fully underwritten versus simplified underwriting and mortgage protection. So, fully underwritten basics, right? So we have two types of products, right? We have fully underwritten and then we have simplified policies. So when it comes to fully underwriting a policy, we need to understand that it's going to be a full blood and urine. It could take from 1 month to up to 6 weeks to get approved, right? For individuals that are very healthy and great when it comes to replacing products. What does that mean? So, todos hablamos español, ¿verdad? Sí. Lo que pasa es de que a veces nosotros somos lo que le llamamos we are the field underwriters, meaning we need to understand the logistics of where our client is at so that we can make sure that the process for them is smooth. With that being said is most companies are using what they call LexisNexis. So what does LexisNexis mean? So LexisNexis goes in and looks at their health history. And some of our clients, sometimes they tell them, hey, you have some type of medical issues or anything, and they prescribe them medication, but they're truly not even taking that because it was something totally different, but that appears in their history. So for that appearing already in their history, that affects the rating of approval and the cost of insurance, okay? So LexisNexis goes and checks health history. They check health and medical history. They check criminal history. They check motor vehicle history. They check their credit history. And they check how many properties they have. The reason being is there's a statistic that if someone owns more than 2 properties, they're going to have more of a longevity when it comes to their life. So obviously these carriers want to make sure you don't die in the first couple of years because they're going to be losing money with you, right? So they got to go in and do a full underwriting and a paramed exam. Paramed exam means drawing blood. Right now, more than ever, what I've noticed is that a lot of people are not okay with having a stranger coming to their home. Why? Because with COVID, what we want to do is we want to make sure we have that space, right? So we need to understand that when we're sitting with a client, we need to assess if it should be better to go simplified underwriting or go full underwriting, okay? Palmira, you said how TG. Did you mean how age?
No, quise decir cómo ellos obtienen esa información. ¿La provee uno o ellos tienen una base de datos donde agarran con un seguro social y agarran toda la información?
All this information is 100%, it's free for anyone. They can go out there and actually look for it. So the company that they use is LexisNexis.
Oh, okay.
LexisNexis. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Apaga el agua.
So we need to understand that fully underwritten means they're probably gonna ask for blood and urine. It can take a little bit of more time. The reason being is because for my clients that we're going through fully underwritten, I always let them know. I always let them know that it's gonna take from 2 weeks to a month, okay? And because we don't want clients to get anxious, right? Or desesperados. For individuals that are very healthy and great when it comes to replacing products. So sometimes going the fully underwritten route is good when you already find someone that is paying a certain price and you can find something better. You can wait the 2 weeks to a month because if something happens to them, they already have coverage, okay? So you can actually wait and try to give them something that has a little bit of more coverage or is a bit cheaper, okay? So when it comes to underwriting, right? Underwriting is getting an idea if the product is suitable for the client. So we need to understand that when we're asking the questions, when you're sitting with a client, you got to ask, right? Do you take any type of medications, right? And you as a new agent or someone that is going to be referring, you want to get an idea and you want to Google because a lot of the most famous ones would be like metformin. So when someone is saying, I take metformin, Isaac, most of the time what that means is diabetes. Or Simvastatin. I think I wrote wrong, so don't copy that. But what that means is most of the time is high cholesterol, okay? Lisinopril, that means high blood pressure. That means issues with the heart. So we also need to understand and ask them for the dose, right? The dose. Because the reality of the matter is, it doesn't matter the route you go, if it's simplified or the full underwritten product. We need to ask all these questions before we start putting in an application because we want to get an idea of, are they going to get approved? And if they are going to get approved, is it going to be way more expensive than what we think? Okay? See? Something I use is, and I'm going to show you this because I literally just got this right now. I got a message right now for one of my clients. This was a referral from another client. Is there we go. So literally, can you guys see my screen? Yes. So even before I put in an application, I sent them this, right? And they give me the full name, US citizen, date of birth, any type of sickness, heart issues, name of annual clinic, Estela Thomas. So I start gathering some information from them because I want to get an idea if the product I offered, right, is going to be still suitable for them. Okay? Obviously, we'll send this information to you guys so you guys can do that. And sometimes you got to ask these questions with them on the phone or with them on the Zoom or with them in front of them. But it's important to start gathering questions. Yes, Vanessa.
Question. That questionnaire, should we always do it with all of our clients, or when do you suggest? Only when we know that they're going to be taking medications?
Most of the time is, right now what I've been noticing is people don't have the patience to sit in a Zoom meeting for an hour or two. So sometimes what I do is I just do it two-step process. I send them that information and they fill out what they want. And I tell them, whatever you don't know, don't fill out. And from there, when I'm putting in the application, I let them know I'm going to start putting in your application and I'm going to call you if there's any questions, and I'm going to call you before I submit it. So they know that I'm taking them right along with the process, okay? And I get that information and I put it in my files for in case something happening. If one company denies them, I already have the information there and I just can reapply to another company. Because in the beginning, what I used to do is I would apply there, and sometimes I would lose their information. And when we would need to go and apply to another carrier, I would have to ask all the questions again, okay? And that made me seem like I wasn't prepared in front of them, or it would just take too much time.
So you do suggest for us to be doing this. We will be doing this with all of our clients. Okay, that's good. I like it.
I do suggest just to gather the information so you can have something in your hands.
Yeah, like you said, because sometimes if they don't get accepted, that way we already have that information and we just ask the few questions that are missing instead of asking the whole thing all over again.
Exactly. And look, like what I do is, you can see, so all of a sudden, they send me the picture, the form that they printed out. And then now you can see the account number, the driver license, the social securities, and all this information is going to be needed. And I can add that to the application, and the application is going to be way stronger on the approval process and on the quick process of getting, of the carrier getting that information and submitting it and trying to get it approved. Okay. So aquí está, mira, the husband, and on top, the wife. Something I do right off the bat is, as soon as I put this information in my CRM, I delete all that information, because I don't want nothing to happen and for their identity to get lost or anything like that, right? So I need to make sure that I protect my client that way, obviously through the CRM, and you guys have access to the CRMs, Gita, and everybody else.
Question.
Let me share this.
Actually, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Oh, on that, I was going to suggest to keep all that information until the application gets completely approved, because if you remember, we were having to go back and ask questions, and so we needed all that information, like their social security, or, we didn't have the account number. We still needed some information from them, and instead of asking your client again, you have it with you.
Right. So the CRM literally is like a locked in safe, and you still have that information with you, but it's not just on your computer or on your phone. It's just literally way safer. So yeah. So that definitely, we're going to keep that information with us. Guys, we are going to find ourselves, right, understanding and Googling a lot of the information. Why? Because the clients sometimes tell you Simbestin, and you can't find it. So you got to Google exactly how it's written. Okay. We also need to understand concerning asking the dose. Okay. And I'm trying to just go through this quickly so that if there's any questions, you guys can call me, but this is kind of pretty self-explanatory. So understanding the carriers and underwriting guidelines. All carriers have underwriting guidelines, and we need to also understand the build chart, right? And we need to understand the build chart height and weight. So let me show you a little bit of what I sent you guys through the email. Okay. So something like this. So here, the underwriting guide, you are going to see this on your email. And it kind of tells you, right, the following conditions will not be eligible for this product. So someone with AIDS, HIV, Alzheimer's, cirrhosis, kidney disease, you can start kind of getting an idea, right, of who are the people that might get approved. Prescriptions, drug exclusions. It also tells you, look, the bill chart. So here, applicants who exceed the parameters of the bill chart will not be eligible for simple term with vitality. So here, I'm 6 feet tall. If I weigh more than 309, I won't be available for this product, okay? So what does that mean? Sometimes when you get the driver license and it says 285, but in reality, she looks like 250. Sometimes before, what I used to do is I would just put in the 285 that said on the driver license, and I would get denied. So now with experience, I ask her, right? Or I ask the client. And if the client is just right there with her, I tell her, hey, I'm going to put 1 pound less so you can fit here, but I need you to lose weight, right? And you try to motivate the client, because at the end of the day is we're trying to get them approved. Obviously, if the client is 5, 10, 20 pounds, no, you can't do that because we're not going to lose our license, right? For helping one client. But if it's 1 pound, right, or something super little, well, obviously it's probably some extra water or something, right? So let me share this real quick. Obviously, I have a lot of, I play around with my clients. I tell them the truth. I'm trying to helping them out, whatever I can do, right? So underwriting guides, you'll see the underwriting guidelines in your email right now. And that's what I sent to you guys. So this is what this means when it comes to fully underwritten basics is you want to get an idea of where the client is at, what type of medications is he taking, okay? I'm going to send this presentation when this is over so you can go over it again. Now, simplified underwriting policies. The cool thing about these policies is that the percentage of approval is at around 89%. Okay, so almost 90% of policies are going to get approved. Second thing is approval is there on the spot. So you can tell the client if they're going to be approved there on the spot most of the time. Okay. You can get the client when they're hot. And that what I was explaining is this is good for when someone just needs coverage now. They might be leaving for a vacation. They might be going through a tough time when they're like, you know what, I need some coverage. And this is a good policy to go with, okay? Perfect for someone that doesn't want to do a medical exam. A lot of people nowadays don't want to do a medical exam. So what you can do is we're going to go with this product for now. And in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, when you're ready to do a medical exam, if you want to, we can go for that in that process. And this is for someone that maybe is not in perfect shape. Okay, for someone that we want to get approved, but they might have some conditions, we go with simplified underwriting policies. Obviously, that's why they're a little bit more expensive, but it's because of those different, they're able to approve more individuals, okay? Am I going too fast or am I going at a good rate? Yes? Okay.
Fine.
Awesome, awesome. Let me do why mortgage protection. So this is super important. And actually, Sandra is going to show you guys something right now that's super cool. The reason why these products can be used as mortgage protection is because homeowners have a duty to succeed because they don't want to lose their home. So most of the time, homeowners, the level of commitment is very high, right? Concerning they are married most of the time, right? They already have a home, so they gotta make it happen. And if something happens to them, everything, el patrimonio, right, is going down the drain. So they need to make sure that they cover that home. Now, covering a home is simple because it's an asset that's tangible, okay? Meaning we can touch it, right? It's so simple for me to go out there and buy a brand new iPhone. Actually, I'm waiting for the new one to come out because I want the new one. But it's so simple to go out there and spend $1,500 on something that we can touch. But it's so tough when it comes to a life insurance policy because at the end of the transaction, I'm paying $500 a month and I'm just getting paper, okay? So that's why they say that there's only three salesmen in the world: a life insurance agent, a mortuary advisor or consultant, and a home hospice uh, salesperson. So, el que te vende la casa de hospicio, el que te vende el hoyo y el que te vende la póliza de vida. Esos son los únicos tres vendedores que existen. Alguien que te vende una casa no es un buen vendedor porque no tuvo que vender, la propiedad se vendió sola. Alguien que vende un carro no es bueno para vender, el carro se vendió solo, la gente ya entraba queriendo comprar un carro. Entonces, that's where it's a good way for us to go in the home is through the protection of the property because you can touch it. You can knock on the wood and be like, what's going to happen to you when you pass away and this home still needs to be paid? What's going to happen to your kids, right? So when it comes to your kids, the last thing is homeowners probably have kids, and that's an opportunity for more strategies or more sales, okay?
Oye, Isaac, una pregunta. Ayer que explicaba Sandra de esta protección, de esta aseguranza, y que mencionaba que había una aseguranza que el balance del mortgage con los años va bajando. Y cuando agarras una aseguranza X y que te paga cuando llegas a fallecer, te paga solamente lo que debes de la casa. Pero en este tipo de aseguranzas que ustedes mencionan, te pagan por lo que aseguraste, no sé, 200, 300, 500 mil dólares la casa, aunque el balance de la casa sea menos.
Correcto.
Sí, ok. Estaba un poquito confundida ahí porque yo pensé que todas las aseguranzas de mortgage protection eran igual, pero este es diferente. Ok.
No, so no, but it's good. It's good that you asked. So let me go into the last slide that helps you understand more concerning mortgage protections. How much, these are questions we got to ask, right? When we're sitting with someone is how much do you owe on your mortgage? I owe $300,000, Isaac. Okay. How many years left on the mortgage? Isaac, I bought this home for a 30-year mortgage and I bought it back in 2010. So that means that I still have another 20 years. Perfect. So that's where the job would be, we're going to put a 20-year term, right? We're going to put a 20-year term for $300,000 on the life of that individual. For in case of something happening, the property might be and will be paid off in those 20 years. When he finishes paying off that property, he's going to stop paying that life insurance policy and boom, there he goes. Now, the reason being is it's just a term policy. So in reality, it's just a term policy. The reason we call it mortgage protection is just a way for us letting the client know what we're going to focus on protecting, okay? But it's just a 20-year term, 30-year term. Most policies that are terms, that's why they are from 20 to 30 years because they are there to cover an asset. An asset is something that's building value, okay? So that's why most of the time we use a 20-year or 30-year term to cover a property or cover someone's career. Most of the time, a doctor goes to work, right? He goes to work, starts as a doctor at 32, and at 62, 65, he retires in 30 years, right? So that's why term policies are really good to cover properties or cover careers, okay? So is there any more questions before I pass the mic to my beautiful wife? No? Perfect. So I'm going to send right now, Gita, if you can on the comments, send me your email. Also, you, Burkes, if you can send me on the comments the email, because I tried to send it to you. And also, well,
I think I actually received I received an email, but to my old email, not the new one.
yes, Vanessa, I did send it to both of your emails. So I just need Julissa, Burkes, and Gita. Guys, without further ado, I'm gonna mute, and Sandra, the training is all yours.
Thank you.
Ok, ahora sí.
No sabía que estaban tan altos.
¿Mandé?
Oops.
Right here. How's everyone here doing? Is everyone here a Spanish speaker? Yes. I was just checking who was in the call. Okay, so I know Isaac went over the mortgage protection, y nada más para contestar un poquito más la pregunta de Palmira, nada más para agregarle, es que hay unas pólizas que bajan tu beneficio de muerte en lo que va bajando tu préstamo. Pero en este caso, estas pólizas que nosotros tenemos no funcionan así. Es tu death benefit y es fijo hasta que se acabe el término de tu periodo de póliza. ¿Ok?
Pero es como decía Isaac, que es como cualquier otra póliza, un term policy, no más que lo dices enfocado a mortgage, pero en realidad te pagan igual que si estás protegiendo de que fallezcas y que quede desprotegida la familia o los hijos.
Exacto, es lo mismo. So una de las cosas aquí que mortgage protection is just a marketing tool. It's just marketing.
Ah, yes, perfecto.
Nada más lo usan como marketing y es una manera que lo hacen marketing, es todo. Porque at the end of the day, todo el tipo de mortgage protection, it's a life insurance. It's just that each company has a different structure, pero it's just for marketing purposes. So, les voy a enseñar unas cosas que uno de los que hacen mortgage protection principalmente es Americo. Americo, it's really big on mortgage protection and simplified. I mean, you could do mortgage protection with any term policy in reality. NLG, you could do it with Mutual of Omaha, you could do it with John Hancock because it's a term policy. But Americo it's been focusing on doing a lot of marketing for mortgage protection, and because they do the simplified underwriting. We're all clear on what simplified underwriting, ¿verdad? We know that it's the easiest route to go when it comes to getting a policy approved. Yes, the price can be higher, but it just doesn't require any medical exams or anything. Just to give some information when it comes to that. So I'm going to share my screen because I want to show you the options that we have with mortgage protection. With Americo, for example, I know a lot of you already have your Americo agent that you're able to log in. Some of you, not everyone. But if you don't have access, once you have access, or I can create a drive for this actually. Let me share you my screen. So Americo, since they're focusing a lot on mortgage protection, they even created a sales grid for prospecting, for planning tools and calculators, all that is going to help you. So for example, este está en español, which I like. It talks about the company and it's in English and in Spanish. So para los que se están enfocando mucho en el mercado latino, el mercado hispano, mucha de la información que tienen la tienen en español. Luego, tenemos estos que están aquí, que de hecho el fin de semana que estuvimos en training me preguntaron, do we have any mailers that we can, if you partner up with a realtor or a loan officer, is there anything that I can give to them for them to give to their clients, right? Yes, they have them already set up, for example, Americo. Congratulations on your recent home purchase. So it's specifically for mortgage, right? So at the end, we can customize it for your name as the agent. And then you can put here your information, your logo, your email. And then the client will let you know if they do want an appointment with you. You could do mailing campaigns as well. That works too. Pero por ejemplo, if you build good relationships with loan officers or realtors, this is amazing because they get their package like, congratulations on your new house. Then they get that paper, that document, and then it has already like your name, your information, so they can contact you. And then this is another design. Congratulations on your new home. And then you can put your information here. And you're already talking about home mortgage series plus. Yeah. Same thing. Oh yeah, all of that. This is for mailers. You have that option too if you go that route. And I'm just showing you this because there's options online already for us that we can use as resources. So it's leverage basically. There's a life insurance needs a lot analysis. We are gonna have our own. I forgot the name. Carolina's gonna help me with that name. Totally went out. Fact Finder. I'm sorry. Fact Finder. We are gonna have our own Fact Finder where our logos and everything. Basically, all the information that Isaac shared, it's gonna be in a Fact Finder. And yes, I do recommend that you need to have it fill it out for every client because you don't want to go back and forth. With your clients requested information, because sometimes companies, especially if it's not a simplified policy, they ask for more documents. So you don't want to be going, oh yeah, he gave you this information and all of a sudden you didn't save it or you don't have it. So might as well have your Fact Finder. Pero Americo has this little analysis so you figured out the amount of debt benefit that they need, right? And again, it talks about the company. Actually, this is really cool because this is once you finish the transaction with your client, you can give them that and then ask them for referrals. Ask them for referrals. Hey, your brother, your sister, are they homeowners? Is their house protected? Do they have a mortgage protection? And you can ask for referrals this way as well. And it's already set up for you. This is in Spanish. This is for final expense. We'll have another training on final expense, but because the way you do final expense and you present it, it's a little bit different than mortgage protection as well. And this is for mortgage protection too. More flyers that you can utilize, and this is just a flyer of the need for life insurance that you can also utilize when it comes to send it to clients or actually you can do email campaigns too. Once if you have access to the virtual advisor, and you can attach these files and use them as well for that. Okay. So now I want to share with everyone. I know I've done this in the past, but I want to make it very, very clear how to do it. So if you have a client, let's say you're appointed with Americo already, and then you have a client that needs mortgage protection, you're able to get a quote right on the spot. Once you log in, it's just to practice how to get a quote with Americo with a mortgage protection plan. Okay, it's a little bit slow, pero déjame que me.
Well, I have everything open up for the illustrations if you want me to come.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Let me stop sharing this so you can do an illustration, Isaac.
I'm gonna share the screen, guys. Give me a quick sec. Can you disable, Sandra? So this one is for Americo, right? So let's imagine most homeowners are in 40s, doesn't smoke. Let's say we need 150,000, right? Run. So that's where you can see the pricing, $47 for 15 years, 60 for 20 years, 74 for 25 years. Also, we can do John Hancock. I love this product. Actually, with a new Apple with the new Apple Watch, the 6, I want to get it. So this one is female, right? We're going to do California. Date of birth, let's say he's 02/12/1982. This is actually, and we're going to do also, I don't know, let's do just 150 so that we, 20 years, generate quote, 43.93. So then from there, we can look at 20 years, 60, and out here is for 20 years is 43.93. Okay, and this one with John Hancock, there's so much benefits to this product because just for 25 bucks you can get an Apple Watch. So literally the 25 bucks are for you to be able to go out there and so it can send you the Apple Watch. But there's limits, okay? So if the client is 60 or more, you can't get nothing, you can't get coverage for him, okay? The cool thing about John Hancock, guys, is that there is a return of premium. Do you guys remember I told you that there's this product that you can actually put in the money and you can get it back like a savings account? So let's imagine in this case for 20 years, there's no return of premium, but if you go for 25, you automatically see that you can click yes, and you can generate the quote. So from there, it's gonna be $103. But after 25 years, he finishes paying off the house and he gets all the money that he put in there back, okay? So the cool thing about that product is that as we have all types of clients, right? We're gonna have the client that understands indexing, strategies, structure, and they're gonna be like, yeah, let's go in 100% and let's put this amount of money in AAG. And then there's gonna be the other clients that are gonna say, you know what, let's go more towards the term policy because it's a bit cheaper. And those clients, you can tell them, why not just save your money, put it inside of the product, have the product for the next 25 years, and when you're done, all the money you put in, you're gonna get it back. And they'll like that too. Before I hand this over, can we sing happy birthday to Jennifer Lopez that just jumped into the call? It's her birthday. She's now 32 years old. Sorry to interrupt, but is it okay if all of us unmute ourselves?
Absolutely.
Yes. Awesome. So
Are we gonna sing or?
yes, we're gonna sing. We're gonna sing. Whoever wants to sing with me, are you ready? One. Hey, wait. In English or Spanish, J-Lo? Because we're gonna teach you Spanish. I'm joking. I'm joking. We're gonna do it in English, okay? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday
Birthday to you.
Happy
Birthday
birthday
to
to
you. Happy
you.
birthday,
Dear
dear
J-Lo.
Jennifer.
Happy
Happy
birthday
Hey.
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Hey. Thank you, everybody.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself and Sandra's gonna take over the training, okay?
Okay. Got it. Perfect. Okay. So I know Vanessa had a question. Says you have to have the policy for more than 25 years to be able to go return the premium. Oh, okay. I misunderstood your question, Vanessa. Well, you must have your policy until the policy period ends to get your return of premium. Yes. And it also depends on the company, but John Hancock, yes, you do. Must have the policy. If you have it for 10 years with ROP, for 10 years. If you have it for 30 years with ROP, for 30 years.
Oh,
So
okay. So it's as long as you complete, doesn't matter. Oh, because I misunderstood that, because I thought he said that it has to be more than 25 for it to be able to get the greater return. But it's just as long as whatever you get, 10, 20, 30, but you need to stick with the whole years that you got it for. Okay.
each company has different years, different periods that they take ROP. So some companies do ROP with a 20-year policy, some companies only for a 30-year policy.
Okay.
Depending on the age of the client. But when you're quoting, the actual system is going to let you know 25, it's allowed on ROP or not.
Oh,
So,
okay. Got it. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then something that I wanted to add, well, before I jump into John Hancock, because I want to mention a couple of things that Isaac said about John Hancock. I'm going to share my screen with Americo. I know Isaac showed you how to do a illustration, right? Well, how to get the amount, right? Let's say that how I got here, I just went to sales connection and it took me there, okay? Super simple. And then I put the name of the person and then the age or the date of birth, female, male, and then I decide if it's 20-year term, 150,000, it's gonna let me know right here, how much is it, right? The cool thing about this is that if I go to report the sign, I can email this quote to my client or to myself. And then I can email it with comparing a 25 and a 30. So we're gonna refresh this. And then let's say my client is Sandra. So I'm gonna send this by email. Oh, please select documents. I already select them that I want. I don't know why it doesn't let me here. $30, $25, refresh. Oh, here, sorry. I didn't select here what we wanted. So we want, let's see, where is it? View package information, compare all these forms that you can also email to your client, to the agent report, to the application form. We're gonna want the quote, the HMS plus term quote benefits. So we're gonna include in this packet the quote. We can include the application if we want, but in this case, just for the application purposes, we're gonna include this. And then I'm gonna send it to Sandra that it's my client. So here is her personal email. And then we're gonna add it and then we're gonna send it to her, okay? So I wanna show you how it looks. Oh, right here, I just received that. Here it is. A miracle illustration has been sent to you. And then I opened it and it has my client's information who prepared this illustration. And then it has the difference if you do a 15-year, a 20-year, or a 25-year. This is just a quote. And then I can send them like an actual document with the quote, which is pretty cool that you can also do that. This is with Americo. Go back here. This is with Americo. And then you can play around and design the plan that you want for your client, okay? So, and then like I mentioned, you have all these tools that you can use, that you can utilize for your client, and everything, all this, you can find it on your back office, okay? So what I wanted to share with you about John Hancock, which is here and here, right here. So John Hancock has this product, which is a term policy product that Isaac was telling you about. They offer an Apple Watch, right? But this means that you want it for someone that it's interested in being healthy. Why? Because premiums can go up or they can go down based on your health and how you perform. So with this policy, not only you get an Apple Watch, but you can get a 1-year Amazon Prime membership. You can get up to $600 in savings on fresh fruit and vegetables. You're not seeing my, oh, man. Let me see. Share again. Oh, here, got it. Now you're seeing John Hancock? Yes. So the term insurance Vitality Plus. So you can get the up to $600 in savings in fruits and vegetables, exclusive discounts at hotels, 12-month subscription at Headspace, entertainment, shopping. So there's a lot of things that you can get with this policy, right? Now, here is how it works. So you have to, depending if you're bronze, silver, gold, or platinum. Now they do have a table on your back office as an agent that determines like if you're platinum, bronze, it's depending on your weight and your height. And if you did you have to do like your medical exam every year. You have to do like a 1-hour class of health that they provide online. And of course, your Apple Watch has to make sure that you're showing that you're staying active and healthy. And this person, for example, they can start their first year of premium at $689 for the year, right? But if they actually, on the second year, this is a 30-year policy, but on the second year, if they actually show that they've been healthy, it can go down to, if they reach platinum, it can go down to $576 a year. So they're saving money, or to $647. Now, if they're not that healthy, and let's say that their habits are not where they're supposed to be because they were not doing their medical routine, they didn't took the class online, then it can go up. Now, the highest it can go is 1,169. Why? The company wants to keep you healthy. So this is a really cool program to incentivize clients to stay healthy. Because I mean, it's an Apple Watch, you get all these benefits, but at the same time, you have to make sure that you keep yourself active. And it's a term policy. You can also sell it as mortgage protection, but as you see, there's more technical things on it. So, and just the fact that it gives you an Apple Watch, people kind of like, oh, I want that policy, right? But we need to make sure that we are able to disclose this to the client. Hey, you need to aspire for a healthier life. And this program can be for you, and then your policy can actually be lower. If they actually stay at the platinum, I haven't find a cheaper, like lower price than this on a term policy for a $200. Like for this scenario, for example, there's nothing in better pricing than this. So being healthy does pay off at the end of the day, okay? So let me stop sharing this. That's when it comes to Jen Hancock. Mutual of Omaha, they also have a term policy that you can use, that it's simplified underwriting too. Now, Mutual of Omaha, it's a little bit more expensive than America. It depends as well on the client's age and needs and everything, because that they're gonna approve it or not, but it's just letting you know. And then there's also tools and resources that we can utilize in the back office. Now, America, now it's offering an 8% additional of commission if you reach, it's 20,000 points, 40,000 points. If you reach 40,000 points within the year, they'll give you an additional 8% of the whole year in commissions. It's just an incentive that they use for you to utilize that company. So far we have those three now that we can use, and for simplified underwriting and mortgage protection. Now, NLG, we can utilize it as well for mortgage protection. Now, NLG is not simplified underwriting. I remember that Isaac mentioned about LexisNexis and how they run your credit and all your information. Okay, so NLG, if it's less than $3 million, they do easy underwriting. It's not simplified, easy underwriting. But if something comes up in that check, the LexisNexis, then and you get declined, you can get higher rates. They can ask for a medical exam, or they can decline you. I had a client that was declined because he didn't own a house. And according to his age, he was supposed to own a house. And if he didn't own a house, he was more risk. So that's why they declined him. And probably his credit score was not very good. So, and it's not related to health, right? It was just related to the metrics that they utilize. NLG, it has really good pricing, but just to be aware of that when it comes to looking for shopping around for this. So with this, you're already like, you can already sell like a mortgage protection plan because it's super, super simple on the way we do it. And then I know Isaac sent an email with information, but I'm going to put it on a drive too, so you can access it from the drive. So now, I know I have only a couple of minutes, so I'm going to share now. Right here, what I wanted to share. So I'm going to send you the link to this. This is the welcome process. It has all the cheats that you guys had in your binder on Saturday. Here's a client presentation. I already corrected everything, and it's in PDF and in PowerPoint. Here's a financial plan. Here's the contract that you received. I think most of you received the welcome email with the contract. Compensations and commissions that we went over, they're here too. And agents, tools, and resources, okay? I have a video here of the classes that we had in the past. See, J-Lo's here, Sandra's here, Susana, I can see all of you. And I have here the new business coverage sheet, so you can download it. This is a financial inventory for mortgage protection only. So let's say you're sitting with down with a client that it's only mortgage protection. You can utilize this cheat sheet while you have the fact finder, the big one, and it's just to figure it out. Okay, this is how much coverage they need and build that report. This is the final expense client worksheet that you have. Now, I wanted to take the last 5 minutes to go over this right here. You can download this. I'm gonna open it with Google Sheets, and I will love you to utilize this because we really want you to keep track of your business, the production tracker. I know I gave you a sheet in your binder, but this is the actual Excel that you can use. I'm gonna go over it really quick. It's very self-explanatory, but this is the date that you submitted business, the client name, if you were the writing agent or you had a split with someone, the company and the product. So if it's an Americo, you can put Americo here / if it's an HMS 125 product, that you put that. The face amount, we know what's the face amount, right? Debt benefit. Okay, so if it's a $200,000 term, we're gonna do 200,000. If it's a rollover annuity, then we put a rollover amount. If it was simplified underwriting, yes or no. The estimated points. So the estimated points is if it's, let's say, a $100 policy, so we know that it's $1,200 points. So that's how we put it in here. If it requires a medical exam, the date that it was completed. Now we need to include here, we already sent admin our coverage sheet or business sheet. If the policy was issued, the date it was issued, if you ask for referrals, and if you email a thank you card or a gift. I strongly recommend you write the thank you card and invest in your clients by sending them a gift. More than a gift card, to be honest, something that you can send them because they really, really appreciate it. And especially if you want to ask for referrals. This is for you to keep track of your business and to keep track of how many points you've written during the week. Because on Fridays, we're going to submit, it's in your calendar, we're going to submit our production for the week. And also you want to make sure that you're tracking your numbers, which is very, very important. So I just wanted to go over this with you while we have the CRM running and everything, that you are able to utilize this production tracker. There's a question here. Oh, the size is super. Okay, so you can utilize this now. Is there any questions regarding this? No? Everything clear? No questions? Okay, so there's a question.
Sandra,
Yes.
that spreadsheet is just for us, or you have to, or we have to share it with the company, or how it works? I'm sorry, I don't know anything about it. So.
It's for you, and yes, you have to submit you have to submit it with the company to know where you. There is several reasons for that. We need to keep track of numbers, of course, to make sure that you get paid correctly, to see what our back office is showing. That's one. And second, remember that you can get promotions depending on the amount of business that you write. So as well, we need to keep track of the business that you're writing to see if you can earn that promotion as well. So it's for you and also to submit numbers at the end of the week.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
So where can we find this? They asked me. Okay, I'm going to share this link with you through the WhatsApp group and through Facebook. I don't want to do it through the Zoom because then it's going to get lost. You will all have access to this folder, which is the welcome process, and it has all these tools. Actually, you have access to all this. This one right here, it has training calendars. The R Capital calendar that I mentioned to you guys, it's here. And you guys have the hard copy actually as well. It's in here. So today we went over how to simplified issue through mortgage protection and how to track your business, right? And then next week, this is the training for next week. You can also see in here, right, on training calendars, the NLG trainings for September, NLG. that I mentioned for the ones that have access to NLG, and this is how to register for the trainings as a video. So here you're gonna be able to see carrier's information. The information that Isaac just sent you, it's gonna be on these folders as well. So you're gonna have access to all this process. And then leads, leads is basically what I mentioned to you guys on how to get leads, but first you have to read all this and watch the videos if you're interested in buying leads and you feel ready to do this, okay? And then appointment process. Basically, this is internal in the sense of how you're gonna get appointed, but most of you already are in the process and Jackie's been helping with that, okay? I just wanted to make sure we had that we're tracking our business. That's crucial. Guys, I sent already to the majority of you access to virtual advisor to put in there your client information. Please, if you haven't received an email from Connex or virtual advisor, let me know because I have to resend it to you because I want you to have access to it so you can start inputting your clients or prospects in there so you can start leveraging that and use marketing campaigns and all that. I know Carolina already signed in. Elvia, I know she signed in. Cynthia, I believe she did as well. So I am gonna review it again tomorrow and then I'll follow up with everyone to make sure that everyone got access to it, just at least to put the client's information. Now remember, that one doesn't track your activity. It only has your client's information, but it's not gonna tell you you sold 5 policies, you accrued this, you accrued that. For that, we're gonna have another CRM, but from now, that's why we're using that Excel sheet. Do you guys have any questions? Aprovechenme. No? Good. Okay. Do we feel ready to be able to go and sell mortgage protection? We do?
The application is also super simple. The application is also super simple. So that's where definitely I'm excited for all of you guys. And I know that Carlos was sending me a text message. He's like, I like that one. And we're definitely going to be out there and doing a lot of helping people and helping them fast. So that's what's amazing. We're here for you guys. If there's any questions, concerns, I know there's questions, and please, even if you don't know the question, just tell me, like, I don't know what to ask. And we'll ask the questions for you. We'll be like, okay, do you know where this is at? Do you know how to run the illustration? Do you know this? Because we are here for you guys, okay? Connect with us, call us. Jacqueline is here, Sandra is here, I'm here. We want to get this going. So last round before we close the call.
How do I get appointed with a miracle? I need a miracle in my life.
Yes.
I haven't gotten, so just later on, just give me the steps, please. I need it.
The steps, please. We're just waiting for the agency to get appointed 1H so we can get you appointed with them.
Perfect. All right.
Because there is hierarchies. That's why some of you are not appointed yet because we had to wait until your upline was appointed.
Okay.
So for you, we're waiting for Eduardo so you can get appointed with them as well.
Eddie, please hurry up.
He already submitted. He submitted a while ago.
All right.
I know for sure from this group, we need Susana. Well, Lola's not here, but I know we need Lola. I know we need Vanessa. And I know we need Gita as well. No, Carlos already submitted his paperwork. So I know I have my sheet of the people that I need, but I'm just waiting for the upline to get their code so we can appoint the rest of you, okay? I know you need a miracle in your life. So I know Itzel has their agent number. Carolina, you have not, you don't have it yet, but Itzel, Cynthia, who else has? J-Lo has their agent number as well. And I'm missing someone else that it's on my Excel sheet that has their agent number as well.
I have a question. Is there a reason why I haven't? Like, is it just not approved yet? Is it my, okay.
Not approved yet. So it's usually it takes regular time, 7 business days. COVID time, like 4 weeks.
Well, I
So-
was just wondering, maybe like there was something wrong or, okay. Just
No.
making sure.
Yeah.
Also, I know I'm going to see you tomorrow, but I need access to the CRM. I don't remember how to log in. I know I had access to it. I have to revisit that because I
Okay.
have a bunch of contacts I have to put in.
I'll send you a link again.
Okay.
I'll send you a link again for you to have access to that.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome. And any other questions, Susana? How do we know we've been appointed with? With Americo, I know because I have my list of the people that already got appointed and the people that haven't. I know you haven't, Susana, because I'm waiting for a code for you to be able to submit paperwork. And I actually did a call individually for the people that needed to submit the paperwork. So we'll let you know as soon as you're ready to submit, and then you'll receive an email. Once you're appointed, you receive an email with your agent number. Okay.
Sandra, y de mí, está esperando todavía respuesta no tengo de ninguna todavía, ¿verdad?
No, you already submitted paperwork. Tú ya lo metiste al sistema. Ya nada más estamos esperando que te contesten con el agent number.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give. Yeah, actually, but only the people that submitted, which already spoke with us individually, are able to call the carriers. Now I call because one thing is a corporation and then the other thing is mine. And then I called for myself the other day and they just told me that it was taking longer because of COVID, because I even haven't gotten appointed with some carriers myself. Isaac is in the company. But it's just, they're telling you like COVID, blah, blah, blah. But you are able to call to see the process. I cannot check your process. I can only see if you actually got an agent number or not. Okay. Preguntas, questions.
Are you waiting on the code from them for me to get appointed, or?
No, for you to get appointed, Susana, we're waiting for Fabiola to get an agent number. She submitted her paperwork already and everything, but as soon as we get an agent number, then we can go ahead and put you. Now, you only for Americo and Mutual of Omaha and John Hancock, but the other carriers, you already submitted the paperwork long time ago. For those, it's actually, I know some of you already got today an email from F&G in North America. But yeah, I have it all tracked on my Excel sheet, so no se me olvida nadie. Okay. All right. So I went over 6 minutes. I'm sorry. I hope that worked. I'm going to send right now the links so you can download your tracking sheet, all your sheets to see back office and anything. And don't forget to send the paperwork that Jackie sent out today with your information, and whoever has a license. I know I have the license for most of you and the E&O, but if it's not updated or you haven't sent it, please attach it to that email with that form filled out. And I also need you to fill out the direct deposit form. Because once you do annuities, if we don't have that, we can't pay you because we don't know where to pay you, right? So that's super, super important, okay? Muy bien. No pregunto. You want to ask? Okay. Well, I'll...
That form, we need to sign it, right? We need to sign it like manually, not like a digital way.
You can do digital.
Oh,
you can do digital. Actually, you can do digital. If you have Adobe to sign digital, you can do it that way. It's fine.
Okay, let me see if I have it. I don't know if I have it. Okay, I figured it out.
Si no, lo puedes hacer en plumaquita, no te preocupes. Como sea más fácil. Okay? All right. Lisa dice, would I have to fill out the information as well, or should I wait on it? Can you start filling out, Lisa, your information? I know you don't have a license yet, but we know you're studying to it, but I want to have you on the back office and everything. And as soon as you get your license, then you're going to send us your E&O and your license, but start sending us the fill out and everything, okay? Perfect. All right. Well, happy Monday. Don't forget to check the ones that are appointed with NLG. Don't forget to check the NLG trainings. They're amazing. And let's keep in touch and call us if you have any questions tomorrow. We can schedule calls all this week on one-on-ones to any questions that you might have, okay? Muy bien. Have a blessed
Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye.
you very
Have a good
much.
night,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye.
You guys.
Muchas gracias. Bye.
Bye-bye.